A gentle rain fell on the quiet cemetery as the sun dipped behind rolling hills. Each afternoon, Maxina padded softly along the worn path, head lowered, ears alert. Her thick sable coat, usually groomed and glossy, was matted where she pressed herself to the damp earth. She went straight to the small mound beneath the oak tree, nose tracing familiar contours, eyes glancing up at the fading sky. She hadn't missed a single day in 2 months. Maxina hadn't always been alone. Once, she shared this world with Emma, her human sister, her companion, her entire pack. Together they'd played in sunlit fields, curled up through thunderous storms, and greeted every sunrise with wagging tails and laughter. But 6 months ago, Emma fell gravely ill. Maxina never left her side. When Emma drew her final breath, Maxina howled, a mournful, heart-wrenching cry that echoed across the hospital lawns. And now, every day at the same hour, she came here. She'd been turned away at first. Too disruptive, too strange for visitors focused on their own grief. But the cemetery caretakers, touched by the steadfast devotion, let her stay. They built a simple wooden box with a thick blanket next to Emma's resting place. And so, Maxina came. She settled beside the headstone, head on paws, eyes fixed on the polished name. People walked by, some pausing to offer a tearful nod. Children whispered awe at the sight, a lone German shepherd guarding a grave. Phones came out, numbers went viral. But Maxina paid no mind to the technology, only to the air heavy in memory. One day a little girl approached. She had golden curls and held a wilted wildflower. Quietly, she knelt, placing the bloom on the grass. Maxina lifted her head, ears pricked. The child whispered, "She loves flowers." Then, tipping toward Maxina, "Do you miss her?" Maxina nudged the child's hand with a wet nose. The girl gasped at the warmth, then whispered thanks and slipped away. Maxina's chest heaved, her tail thumping softly on the ground. More people came. A famous pet blogger shared a photo. Articles followed. Heartbroken dog guards sister's grave, read headlines across continents. Donations poured in, from strangers who wanted to help feed Maxina to families offering tiny mementos. A local rescue group stepped in, ensuring Maxina's meals, vet visits, and a weatherproof shelter. All petals in memory of Emma. One chilly morning, a woman in a gray coat arrived with bright, kind eyes. She called Maxina softly, "Bella." The dog cocked her head. "I'm her cousin, Marie," the woman said. She'd traced family lineage. Emma and Bella had been adopted from the same litter. She'd recognized esoteric birthmarks on Maxina's forehead. They both shared the distinctive curled tip of an ear. Emma had told her one day, "That dog's special." Marie crouched, eyes moist. Maxina sniffed and whimpered. Then, nothing. Not immediately. Days passed. Mari visited, bringing treats, photos of Emma as a baby, Emma with Maxina at their first Christmas. Each time, Maxina curled her lips in tentative recognition, then receded, returning to the grave once the visit ended. Until one day, Maxina stayed. She lingered at the fence long after Marie departed. That night, she didn't retreat to the box. Marie, worried, called the rescue group. Volunteers watched. As dawn broke, Maxina left the grave behind, stepping toward a small cottage at the edge of town. There, under the porch light, awaited Marie. Maxina's tail began a slow, cautious wag. Inside, the scent of home and kindness enveloped her. A soft bed in the corner, water, and kibble waiting. Photos lined a shelf. Emma laughing, Emma asleep with Maxina snuggled beside her. Emma as a child blowing out birthday candles. Bella had a cousin now, a connection, a living link to the girl she loved. For the first time in months, Maxina's body relaxed. The lines on her face softened. She ate, played with a new toy, and slept cosily. But when the afternoon hour approached, the time she always retreated to the cemetery, she paused, ears drooping. She glanced at Marie. Marie bent down, hand on Maxina's head. "She knows you're still here," she whispered. That day, Marie walked Maxina to the graveyard, not to leave her, but to guide her. At Emma's grave, Maxina hesitated, then lay down beside the headstone. Marie placed a hand on her collar. They stayed until the sun dipped below the hills. Then they walked home together. Weeks turned into months. Maxina balanced both worlds, her new life with Marie and pilgrimages to the cemetery. Each time she returned, she stayed less. One evening, she reached the oak tree, paused, and instead of lying, she lay a toy bone at the foot of the stone. Emma's smile in her mind. In time, Maxina greeted life again. She romped through fields with neighborhood dogs, cuddled by fireplace in winter, learned new commands, even accompanied children on evening walks. But the memory of Emma remained, woven into her heart. One crisp autumn afternoon, Marie led Maxina to a new headstone, one for Bella, Emma's cousin dog who had passed years ago. Maxina sniffed the stone, then sat. Together they sat in silence, a girl's memory, 2 dogs, and a bond that defied death. Then Maxina trotted home, leash clicking softly, tail held high. And though she still visited Emma's grave, it was no longer with sorrow, but with gratitude for love that never ended and the promise of days ahead. In the quiet of the cemetery, beneath the watchful oak, a timeless story whispered so deep it transcends loss, a dog's heart that held on so fiercely, and a healing that began when she found her family again.